What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more bridges, and we're back with another Fakkeltog Friday. Still don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but either way we forge ahead, and we're back with the Bridges album of that same name, 1980. And the next tune is Divided We Fall, which is the other half of the United We Stand phrase, so the idea that separate entities working in cooperation and coordination are likely to endure or at least be resilient and robust in their defense against external threats, but those who are infighting and who are perhaps in overt conflict with each other are far less likely to, as a unit, face off or ward off external threats. So as a historian, I would say, there's any number of examples. The Byzantine Empire would seem to be a great example, and yet it existed for like 1,000 years. And by that I mean the East Roman Empire. They didn't say Byzantine at the time. Nevertheless, lots of examples of states that devolve into like intense infighting and competing claims for an imperial throne, such that when faced with an external threat they collapse or turn into a rump state. I'm sure none of this will be directly relevant, but Divided We Fall is perhaps the negative side of the postulation that if people are not working in cooperation or coordination, they are likely to be more susceptible to danger because they are not engaged in a collective defense. So let's see what it's actually about. This is Bridges. The tune is Divided We Fall, and it's from the 1980 album Fakkeltog. Beatles right out of the gate.
Together we stand strongest. Divided we fall. 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 Take the time to touch your soul within the wind. Come on, let's roll. Divided we fall. Divided we fall.
Is that a tambourine animal rock there? Some funk in the keyboard work. Like funky jazzy. Very cyclical. Even as it builds. It sounds like he's saying United We Fall as much as he's saying Divided We Fall. Again, and like practically in the moment, United, Divided, there's a similar rhythm to it. So I don't know if that was part of it or if it really just was divided the whole time and my brain was doing that thing where you can like flip something the way you see it, whether it's like a subway going this way or that way, and you can like literally just kind of like let your brain see it one way or the other. Perhaps I was like hearing it, but I was hearing it creatively. Either way, a cool tune. Again, some Beatles vibes, but that wasn't all of it. There was a bit of a funky jazzy feel that was a bit it didn't really fit in that Beatles mode. Maybe a tiny bit Doors again, but less so than maybe the first couple tunes. So yeah, ultimately, it'll be enjoyable to go through this. And I would say also, this one felt less garage band. I mean, again, the recording quality isn't the fullest, the richest, the loudest, but this felt more well mixed and produced, recorded, mastered. Like, it just had a slightly better sound, like, in terms of the audio quality than the first couple, it felt like, or the first three, technically, right? So yeah, a cool tune, and I wonder, the degree to which we'll hear keyboards sort of like that, or again, and listening to early a-ha while I'm doing this, it feels very apropos. Again, shout out to Sofia and to all the folks who've been, along on this journey. And I know there's some folks keen to get back to, the final few tunes on, How Can I Sleep With Your Voice in My Head, and ending on a high note, and so on. But again, going through the very early stuff after doing the a-ha movie just feels so perfect, and it really is eye-opening now as we begin to go through Bridges. So again, shout out to the young Mags and the young Paul. Shout out again to Baby a-ha as we go through those demos, which is, both a really cool thing, and with the human story a bit in tow, I think is, a really rewarding part of this larger a-ha journey. So big shout out to everyone involved. Let me know what you think of this one. I will see you next time. Peace.